What's up, everybody? This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio One Tutorials.com, and today we're going to do a tutorial about Ab Soul D.R.U.G.S. What's up, everybody? This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio One Tutorials.com. Today we're going to be going back and looking at the piano section of the Ab Soul D.R.U.G.S track. I'm just going to be showing you guys real quick how to make this sound a lot more convincing as something that was actually played and not something that was mechanically put together. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is the velocity and the placing of the melody notes. When I have a very that's a routine that I do when I go ahead and I program pianos that seems to work for me as far as just getting everything to sound a little bit more human. The only thing that I use the Studio One Humanize function with, which is good in some ways and is bad in some ways, is the top notes. So you know, things like the melody, I'll go ahead and humanize that, and you see the main thing that I like about it more than where it actually puts the notes is the variation in the velocity curve. I really like that each one of these sections of melody notes has a completely different velocity curve, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that as is for now. Second velocity curve that I'm going to work out is the chords. I'm just going to go ahead and turn these. Let me just make this a little higher. I'm going to turn these around, I don't know, like 75, 60%. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the top notes of the chords and I'm going to make them all a little bit different. I'll make them a little bit lower. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take every other top note of the chords and then I'm going to vary that a little bit, just a touch. Then we'll go to the middle notes, and what this and what I'm replicating is just the basic you know, pressure that a hand is gonna hit a note when it's playing it. That way you get a much more varied feel. So let's go ahead and listen how this sounds now. And that opposed to this. See, already we got a good amount of you know, difference in just depth and velocity. It sounds a lot more realistic. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all the middle notes of these chords and I'm going to just zoom in a whole bunch. Now that I've got them all selected, I'm gonna hold down Shift and just bump them over just the slightest bit. Then I'll go ahead and take all the top notes, zoom in, and bump them over a little bit more. That way we don't have, you know, this rigid on the grid type of vibe. It's not a strum either, but it's just giving that subtle variation that's going to add that realism to the piano track. So that sound compared to this one, yeah, much better. And that's just a real quick way to go ahead and take one of these 3-part piano regions and really just adjust it and make it sound a lot more convincing as something that was actually played. So this is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio1Tutorials.com. This video will be up later on in the week showing you the full method of how to get the drums, the arrangement, the different tape stop and stutter techniques that are and reverse techniques that are used in this track to make it an actual song and not just a piano loop. So keep it simple, don't be basic. This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio1Tutorials.com, and we will see you on the next one.